Hi everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I bring you a SNAP emergency allotment update for both the months of November and December. So we actually have 32 states that are issuing their SNAP emergency allotments. 26 of those states will be issuing them in the month of November, and then we have 6 states also that will be sending their payment in the month of December. Now we'll also be discussing the public health emergency in this video. I don't know if you've heard yet, but the public health emergency could be extended again past the month of January. Now we'll also be discussing why this could be very good news for SNAP recipients. And then we have the state of Iowa that is also sending new P-EBT cards with the $391 when it comes to summer P-EBT benefits, specifically for school-age children. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now, before we get started, if you're interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, P-EBT, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right to it. So let's start off discussing the public health emergency. So the United States could extend the COVID public health emergency through spring of 2023. The U.S. COVID public health emergency will remain in place past January 11th after the federal government did not notify states or healthcare providers on Friday of any intent to lift the declaration. So the Health and Human Services Department did not provide a 60-day notice on Friday. So they were supposed to send that out on Friday, which was the deadline to alert the states and healthcare providers if the federal government planned to lift the declaration on January 11th. This according to the Health and Human Services spokesperson. Now, the possibility of a winter surge in COVID cases and the need for more time to transition out of the public health emergency to a private market were two factors that contributed to the decision not to end the emergency status in January. And this is something that one of the officials had said. Health experts also believe a surge in COVID-19 infections in the United States is likely this winter. So we may be in the middle of one in January, he said. That is not the moment you want to pull down the public health emergency. Daily U.S. cases are projected to rise slowly to nearly 70,000 by February, driven by students returning to schools and cold weather-related indoor gatherings. Now, in some of my previous videos, we've discussed how the public health emergency is important and it directly affects the SNAP emergency allotments. But in case you missed one of those videos, then here's pretty much the recap. So the USDA may approve states to provide these benefits as long as the federal government has declared a public health emergency and the state has issued an emergency or disaster declaration. So at this moment, 16 states have already ended their COVID-related emergency declaration and therefore have ceased issuing emergency allotments. And once again, this was the state's decision to end that, right? So when the national public health emergency ends, all states still providing the emergency allotments will have 1 month beyond the national public health emergency's expiration to transition their participants off from the emergency allotments, regardless of whether the state declaration is in effect. And so it seems that the United States will be giving an extension to their COVID public health emergency declaration. So if that does happen, then it's going to be extended all the way until April, which may then become the transition month, and that would also become the final month of the emergency allotments. But again, I repeat, they haven't officially announced this just yet, but it is something that is expected to happen. Next, we have information for those in the state of Iowa with children who are school-age children, right, K through 12th grade, regarding the summer P-EBT benefits of the $391. So it seems like the state of Iowa is already starting to send these summer P-EBT benefits. So in Iowa, the summer school-age children P-EBT benefit amount is of $391 for each eligible child. A new P-EBT card will be mailed to eligible children with benefits already on the card. So cards will be received by November 30th of this year. So if you're wondering who is eligible for these benefits and you have a summer school age children, then this is pretty much the requirement. So children enrolled in kindergarten through 12th grade who for one were eligible for free or reduced price school meals through the National School Lunch Program and enrolled in a school that participated in the National School Lunch Program during the 2021 through 2022 school year, or attended a community eligibility provision school during the 2021 through 2022 2022 school year. They were also approved for free or reduced price meals for the 2022 through 2023 school year between June 1st through August 1st of this year. Here are some instructions as to how to activate your card once you do receive it. And once again, this information specifically for school-age children and those in the state of Iowa, right? So you activate each card by following these instructions. You're going to call the 1-800-359-5802. That is the phone number. Then it's going to ask you to enter the 19-digit number on the front of the card. Then you're going to have to enter the date of birth of the child listed on the card. And then you're going to enter 6666. That's 4 sixes for the social security number. Do not use your child's actual social security number because then you're going to throw the system off and it's going to pretty much mark you as an error. You're going to be asked to set a 4-digit PIN number. And they recommend for you to not write the PIN number on the card because in case you lose it, someone else grabs access to your information, right? And more importantly, your benefits. So once activated, your child's benefit amount will be available to use at any store that accepts EBT benefits. Now, benefits will expire 9 months after the last time benefits were issued on or spent from the card. Benefits that are removed from the card cannot be replaced. And now moving on to a different topic, we have the U.S. inflation that eased to 7.7% in the month of October, raising hopes that price increases have begun to slow down. So let me know what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts regarding this inflation? So consumer inflation reached 7.7% in the month of October from a year earlier and 0.4% from September, the government said on Thursday. So the year-over-year increase, down from 8.2% in September, was the smallest rise since January, right? So, however, large and consistent price increases in food, energy, and housing have been troubling despite some recent improvement. Shelter prices, for example, increased in October, jumping 0.8% from September. The category is up 6.9% in the last year. Now, the food at home index or grocery prices jumped 12.4% in October versus the same time a year ago. Now, that's an improvement from 13.5% in the month of August. Regarding energy, the energy category, which includes gasoline, fuel, natural gas, and electricity, was up 17.6% last month relative to October of 2021. That's a decline from September's 19.8%. Other notable increases have also been regarding medical care, household furnishings and operations, new vehicles, 8.4%, and then personal care, right? So that's in the past year. Now, the areas posting declines are for the most part either irregular or more discretionary in nature, such as airport, used cars, and apparel. Something that was said by Greg McBride, who's a chief financial analyst at Bankrate. So inflation is forecasted to slow to 6.8% by the end of the year, marking the lowest inflation since last November. So let's get going with these payout dates. Here we have the SNAP emergency allotment for October, given that there's still a couple of states issuing payments this month, right? So starting off with California, November 19th or November 26th, Hawaii, November 14th, Kansas, November 21st, all the way through November 30th, Minnesota, November 8th through November 30th, Nevada, November 12th through the 15th, and Vermont, November 14th. Here we have the payout dates information for the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of November, starting off with Colorado, November 5th, all the way through November 11th, Connecticut, November 16th, Delaware, November 22nd. We also have DC on a regular issuance schedule, Illinois, November 21st, all the way through November 29th, Louisiana, November 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and December 3rd. Maryland, November 4th, all the way through November 23rd. Michigan, November 12th through November 21st. The state of New Hampshire is also on this list, November 3rd or November 18th. New Jersey, November 1st, all the way through November 5th. On this list, we also have New York. So for those in New York City, November 14th all the way through the 28th. And then for the rest of the state, November 8th all the way through the 23rd. New Mexico, November 1st through November 30th. North Carolina, November 22nd through November 31st. Ohio, November 21st through the 22nd. Oklahoma, November 10th through the 15th. Oregon will be depositing payment in 3 rounds, so round 1 November 10th, round 2 November 29th, and round 3 on the 1st of December. Pennsylvania November 16th all the way through November 30th, Rhode Island November 3rd, South Carolina November 1st through November 19th, and Texas November 3rd all the way through November 10th. The state of Utah is also on this list. November 26th, Virginia November 16th, Washington November 1st all the way through November 20th, West Virginia November 2nd, and Wisconsin November 19th. Here we have the December payout dates for the SNAP emergency allotments for November. So we have Alabama November 30th all the way through the 1st of December, California December 17th, Hawaii December 12th, Kansas December 21st through December 30th, Massachusetts December 2nd. And now when it comes to Minnesota and Nevada, we do expect these states to be approved. They're actually already approved on the USDA website, but they haven't released their payout dates just yet in terms of when they're going to be depositing those payments, right? So, of course, as soon as that information is available, I'll go ahead and let you know. Then we have Vermont December 14th. And that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification bell button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.